All right, Shalawam, I came out there. First and foremost, before I start, I want to give all praises to Yahawah by Shem Yahawashi. Yahawah, that's the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahawashi, that's the name of his beloved Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to elect by Shem Harakakadash, the name of the Holy Spirit. This one right here, we will not be left in the spiritual land of Shinar. Something around those words, man. We not going to be left in the spiritual Shinar. All right? And later in this lesson, you're going to see what I mean. Now, when I woke up this morning, man, I woke up feeling good about everything, man. Yahawashi is showing himself at an all-time high, man. All right? The Most High is doing his thing with us, man. He's helping us. He's showing forth his prophecies, etc., man. You know, like one of the many brothers that run to my head is that gave a solid point is the elder Ariella over there in Dallas. He made a video. You gotta cap the negative. It ain't you can't always be leaning on the shit that you're dealing with, the afflictions that you're dealing with, and the hell that you catching, and the waiting time that you waiting with the Lord. Sometimes you gotta be thankful. You gotta balance it out with being thankful that Yahawashi has given you a shot. You know what I'm saying? That he's with you as you walk around in this wicked society. You got to be thankful sometimes. Sometimes you can't. You got to wake up. You got to just thank the Lord, man. You got to hold your head high with the understanding that the Most High gave you. Because why? He's not going to leave us in the spiritual Shinar. And what I mean by that, let's get into it. When you jump to Zechariah, the 5th chapter, this is one of the many visions that Zechariah got concerning the end times that we are in now. Now, one of the visions that Zechariah received was this one. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 5, it says, "And the angel talked with me and went forth. And I said unto me, Lift up thy eyes and see what it is that goeth forth. And I said, What is it? And he said, This is an ephod that goeth forth. And he said, moreover, this is the resemblance through all the earth." Now, what is an ephod? Let's go into it. I'm gonna give you some imagery. I checked this video out right here on YouTube. I don't need him to say nothing. Check out this video. This is an imagery. An ephod is like a basket, as you see on the screen right there. An ephod is like a basket. All right, something that holds a measure. It says, he said, moreover, this is their resemblance throughout the whole earth. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephod. So like you can see on this image on the screen, there's a woman in the midst of the basket or the ephod. All right, now what does that represent? It says, and he said, this is the wickedness. And he cast it into the midst of the ephod. He cast it into the midst of the ephod, and the weighted lead upon the mouth thereof. So this woman in this vision was cast in the midst of the ephod, wickedness. She represented wickedness. She was cast in the midst of the ephod, and a talent of lead was put upon her to shut her in there. All right, let me go back up. Verse 7. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephod. And he said, this is the wickedness. That woman represented wickedness, man. All right? Now, that woman, what does that represent now? That represent this wicked-ass society that's set up now, man. Mystery Babylon the Great. That's what that woman, that wickedness of that woman represents. All right? So it says, and he said, this is the wickedness. And he cast into the midst of the ephod, and he cast the weight of the lead upon the mouth thereof. He cast the weight of the lead upon the mouth thereof. Then lifted up I my eyes and looked, and behold, there came out two women. And the wind was in their wings, and they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the ephod between the earth and the heaven. So like you can see the two angels holding that ephod with that woman in the midst, and the other angel coming to put the lead the talent of lead upon the top to trap that wicked woman in the midst. It says, then said I to the angel that talked with me, whether do these bear the ephod? So the two angels grabbed up this basket, this ephod, and they was going to carry it somewhere. It said, verse 11, and he said unto me to build in a house in the land of Shinar. So these angels was given a command to trap that wickedness of that woman, to trap her in the midst of the ephod, and carry her to the land of Shinar. And to carry this woman in the land of Shinar. All right? And it says, and he said unto me to build in a house in the land of Shinar, and it shall be established and set there upon her own base. Now this woman that represent this wickedness, and she should be put in the land of Shinar. What is the land of Shinar? Well, when you jump to Genesis, it tell you exactly what the land of Shinar was, and what the significance of the land of Shinar, which we're currently in a spiritual Shinar today. And I'm going to show you. This is Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. It says, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar and dwelt there. See where it's going. And they said one to another, go, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they made brick for stone, and slime they had for mortar. And they said, go to, let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. So remember, during the time of the Genesis, these people had they had made a one world government for themselves in the land of Shinar. That's taking place again, right over here in the land of America. This is the spiritual Shinar. This is that woman that was trapped of wickedness that was going to be set upon her own base. So the vision that Zechariah was seeing was a future vision of this new place where they were going to try to establish the new Tower of Babel. And we know that's all on point what these elites is trying to do over here in America, man. They're trying to do the same thing from Genesis the 11th chapter. All right? And we know that when you jump to Revelations, this is that spiritual land of Shinar. The Lord ain't going to leave us here. When you jump to the book of Revelations, chapter 17, this is that woman. Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. It says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come thither, and I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. So America, mystery Babylon the Great, this place is also represented as a woman, which is that very same woman that represented wickedness in Zechariah's vision, that was put in that basket with that talent of lead put upon her. She represented wickedness. This is that great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And we know that the many waters represents the peoples. Over here in America, you got all these different nationalities and these different people over here mushed together in the melting pot, man. All right, the great whore. You know, it says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. That's why she's so wicked. Over here in America, they're trying to establish a one world government again, like the Tower of Babel in the land of Shinar. They're trying to establish that again. And all the nations, all these different kings of these lands, they all come in cahoots with each other, trying to establish this new world order, this one world government, man. It says, whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunken with the wine of her fornication. So and America's philosophy is spreading throughout the whole earth. You could literally go over there in China and see that there's a Hooters, there's a McDonald's over there, Walmart's over there. You could go throughout the Middle East. They're starting to accept gay marriages throughout these different regions in these lands. Why? Because of that woman, that wicked ass woman that was cast in the midst of the ephod. Her wickedness is spreading. Just like Revelations the 17th chapter. She got everybody to start being like her. All right? It says, so he came away in the spirit in the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. All right? So this woman's going to be full of blasphemy, man. Blasphemy of the Lord. Blasphemy against what the truth is, man. And we see that. There's homosexuality is running rampant. Idolatry is running rampant. All these different things of wickedness is running rampant over here. That's why it said, jumping back to Zechariah, it says, then lifted up my eyes, Zechariah 5:9, and looked, and behold, there came out 2 women, and the wings in their wind, and they had the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the ephod between the heavens and the earth. Then said I to the angel that talked with me, where do these bear the ephod? And he said unto me, to build it a house in the land of Shinar. Where Zechariah at the time, Genesis already had occurred. Zechariah came later. So there was never, after the Genesis, there was never a time that had happened where they tried to build a one-world government in the land of Shinar again. That's not a recorded document. So the vision that Zechariah was seeing was this very same time that where we are at now. Brothers, I'm over here working as well, but the very same time that we are at now, this is the new spiritual Shinar. All right, this is it. Now, I found a little video on YouTube. Let me go back right here. It shows you. This is the place where they're trying to do another one world government all over again. That's why this is spiritual Shinar, and this is the place where the angels, them 2 angels with the wind in their wings, was gonna carry the ephod, to bear the ephod to this very place that now where they was gonna try to establish another one world order. Let's play this.
Now is to actually create a new world order, because the global order is changing again, and the institutions and the rules that worked so well in the post-World War II era for decades, they need to be strengthened, and some have to be changed.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
There's a need for a new world order, but it has different characteristics in different parts of the world.
Never before has a new world order had to be assembled from so many different perceptions, or on so global a scale. Nor has any previous order had to combine the attributes of the historic balance of power system with global democratic opinion and the exploding technology of the contemporary period.
After 1989, President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
I think his task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't such a crisis.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind, peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law. Such is a world worthy of our struggle and worthy of our children's future.
So back in Zechariah, verse 5 and 11, that new Shinar, this vision that Zechariah was seeing was the new world order, that was the one world government that was going to be trying to be established again. And that was that wick, jumping back to verse 7, Zechariah 5. This is that woman. Zechariah 5 and 7. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead. And this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephod. So that woman was this new Babylon, Mystery Babylon the Great, America, where they're going to try to establish the headquarters of the New World Order right here, man. As you've seen them devils. That's why when we jump back down to verse 11, and he said unto me to build it a house in the land of Shinar. That woman putting in the midst of that basket was going to be carried to build it a house in the land of Shinar. The place where they tried to establish the Tower of Babel, the New World Order during the time of the Genesis. Now it's being reoccurred all over again. These devils, you heard them. The presidents of the United States, these different politician leaders trying to build that New World Order government again. So Zechariah was seeing this place being reestablished again. Now we're in the spiritual Shinar all over again. But Yahawah Shai is not going to leave us in this place again. Yahawah Shai is not going to leave us here stuck in this fucking New World Order again. The Most High is finna put a fucking monkey wrench in his place, man. So this is up in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4 verse 10. This is concerning Enoch. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 10. He pleased the Most High and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners he was translated. We're finna be translated out of here. All right? What did the scripture tell you in Corinthians? It says, in a twinkle of an eye, we should be changed. And we're going to be beamed up into the ships, according to Isaiah. We're going to be beamed up in the ships and going to the parlors. All right, a place of rest. All right, into his chambers. We're going to be translated again. Just like Enoch. We're the spiritual Enochs. This place is the spiritual Shinar, and we're the spiritual Enochs. It says, yea, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness shall alter his understanding and deceit beguile his soul. So if the Most High was to leave us here, just forget about us, eventually the wickedness that's growing day by day will eventually overpower us and take our soul. You know? But what it tell you in the book of Matthews? It says that, let me go to it real quick. Matthews chapter 24 verse 22. It says, and except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days should be shortened. So the Most High is shortening the days to come save us. At least there will be no flesh to be saved. Why? Because back to Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 11. Yea, speedily was he taken away, lest the wickedness shall alter his understanding and deceit beguile his soul. So the Most High ain't gonna leave us in the spiritual Shinar, where they trying to establish this new world government, one world order. He gonna stop this Edomite, man. This goddamn all-out devil, this Satanist, man. It says, for the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are honest. The Lord ain't gonna let this wickedness taint us. Yahawashi said it best. He said, look, Abba Yahawah, I pray that you take them not out of the world, but you keep them from the evil that's in it. So the Lord ain't gonna, we stuck here because we have to, but the Lord got us. He letting us flow through it so that he can save us, man. It says, because it says, in the wandering of concupiscences does undermine the simple mind. So the Most High ain't leaving us here, man. Yahawah Shema Shai is not going to leave us in the spiritual Shinar, but the Lord going to save us, man. He going to save us out of here. We just got to continue to wait. This new world order is not going to pop. You know? Esau think that he going to just redo what happened in the Genesis and all thing being gravy. No, the Lord jacked that. What happened? The Lord confounded that place back then, and the Lord going to confound this place. All right? That's what's going to happen. Matter of fact, I'll close it with this right here. This is up in the book of Barak. All we have to do is this. This is in the book of Barak, chapter 4, verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High, for thy enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly shall thou see his destruction and shall tread upon his neck. All right? So the Most High said, look, you got to suffer patiently here. But don't even trip, I got you. We're not going to be left over here in this punk-ass place where they trying to build this new world order again, man. This spiritual Shinar. And that's why I thank the Lord, because he's showing himself now. He's, man, so much stuff going on, man. It's like, whoa, any minute now. Lord willing, man. That's our faith. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. He that live in captivity shall go into captivity. So I pray that was edifying, man. We're not going to be left in a spiritual Shinar. So I'm going to close out and say, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi. Stay up, Akim, stay up, Shalawam. Barak ahtha to you brothers, man. Shalawam.